Exception, Blacklisted Podcast.
All right, guys, welcome to the podcast. We are going to update a lot of stuff about our business. We're going to talk about some game stuff, like the demo team, the release of some of the workouts. We're also going to update you guys on our grid match from this past weekend, and let Dan autistically just run with it for a minute.
That's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Seasons of hentai.
Do you say new seasons? They have episodes and seasons?
Of course.
Good Lord. I guess that's why they hooked people.
Unofficially, but maybe officially sponsored by
Zero FG.
Zero FG.
Adopted mentality.
Go pick up some of their energy drinks.
Shit's good. Apparel's actually really cool. Shirt quality's not too bad. I really like the hats when they're not flat bill.
I'm not trying to
Covered in
be
dust.
cool.
Be cool?
Yeah.
I don't want to look like a, what's it called, a Keith?
What is this?
What's that? What's the stereotypical Monster energy drink?
Kyle's?
Is it Kyle? I thought it was
It's
Keith.
Kyle's.
Nice,
Yeah.
Keith. It's Keith from now on.
I definitely don't
Damn.
want
Bro, dude, you're a fucking Keith. The Monster Bill hat with the flat. That's it. They're called Keiths now? Because it makes no sense.
I no longer have to be offended by drywall.
That's funny.
Damn. All right, well, as you can tell, our podcast will be complete ADD of a lot of things. We will have topics, but it's pretty much off. You're right, sorry. ADD is no longer a thing for the past fucking 10 years.
Like Asperger's.
But there is. It's there.
Nah,
It's still
Asperger's
there.
No, it's not there. It's autism level 1.
Are they just trying
Level
to...
1.
Oh,
That's
wait.
what it's called.
Dude, what's level 10?
Yeah.
Well, apparently it's a lot like Super Saiyans. The
Is
more
there-
you scream, the
Is
more you
there,
level
is
up.
there an over 9,000?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know.
I bet it's level 3.
Level 3 is over 9,000?
Yeah, dude, because
Level
it's actually pretty weak.
Level 3 did look the best, though. Long
Oh, I
ass
didn't mean
hair.
Super Saiyan. I just
Oh,
meant like in
so-
general
okay, okay.
Of level 3. Then that means there's only 5. Well, what? There's 4 Super Saiyans plus God mode, which is 5.
Technically, there's only 3 that are canon, and then Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, and then Autonomous Ultra Instinct.
Dumb.
So 6.
Dumb.
Continue, Kyle.
Business updates.
This is updates.
All right, so...
This is kicking off.
Yeah. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up. We have a camp August 23rd to the 25th. This is probably going to be our biggest camp to date. Last year we had a ton of fun at it. We had a great showing. We had a ton of just kind of like great learning opportunities. We did a swim with Dan last year. That was kind of like our big,
A lot of people.
yeah. It's kind of like our big kind of unique thing that we did. This year we're going to be doing 4 different specialty things. We'll have Griffin giving you guys barbell lessons on Friday. On Saturday, we're going to do another
Barbell
swim.
lessons.
What would you call
I
that?
don't know. That sounds
Barbell
funny.
lessons is fine.
Okay.
I mean,
It
really,
sounds funny, though.
It does.
It
It does.
I appreciate it. I mean, it's accurate.
And then on Sunday, we're going to be doing a nutrition talk with Meredith from Maximize Nutrition.
Hell yeah.
And then Krista, our gymnastics coach, who was on our last podcast, go and watch that if you have not yet, is going to do just kind of a little warm-up demo seminar thing, and then we're going to go into our gymnastics kind of workout for the weekend. So you guys can kind of take that warm-up that we do and then carry it over into the actual workout that we'll be doing. So a lot of just kind of...
A lot of value. A lot of value for a very low price.
Right. Like you guys are going to walk away with a lot of experience or like just knowledge about how to be better at the sport. So definitely get signed up for that. We have a link in our bio. We'll probably put one in the comments section too. Just message us if you're interested as well. Need more information or whatever. So cool.
Sign up for camp.
Yawn.
What?
We need an adaptive category, too, so Yawn needs to sign up.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Actually, fair enough.
Yeah.
That way you can show up everybody on strict pull-ups.
Oh, I thought you were going to say squats, but...
No, long jump.
Oh, okay.
400-meter repeats.
Jan can't walk, for those of you wondering.
He can walk. He can walk.
Oh, yeah, I guess he
He
can walk.
waddles.
That's still walking.
I guess. I mean, his nickname on the swim team was Penguin that he came up with.
Yeah.
Picture a penguin on a track, and that's Yawn.
I'm picturing 10 penguins on a track
That's
all
so
racing each
funny.
other.
Love you, Jan. We can make these jokes, by the way. Go watch the podcast with him on it. You'll figure out why. One
All
of
right.
those unhinged things ever.
Yeah, true.
And then last thing, or kind of, I guess, next update is we launched Dissident Barbell, which is our weightlifting program. Pat is running that. We are currently running a 7-week program. We will be launching a daily program on August 12th. So you can kind of get that program. That's like the beginning stages, and then you can roll into the daily program after that. So we have a link also in the bio to sign up for that. If you go to our Wad Up store, you can find that as well. So if you guys are looking at improving your Olympic weightlifting or just getting better or just learning in general, that program will be beneficial for you. And then that daily gets released in about a month here. So
Yeah.
track sessions at Lassiter on Friday as always. And then if anyone wants to come to our Saturday sessions, you're more than welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Careful with the track, though. It has a history of straining hamstrings.
Only if you're a dumbass.
Just one.
I didn't want to say it. I was going to let you.
Just one.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't have a history of it though. Just happened to do it. All right. I squatted 315 really easily yesterday, and I looked at Kyle and I go, "Why do people think this is hard?"
I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Probably swimmers think it's really difficult because they don't have an ass.
My hamstrings are sore, like I said.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good sore, but like immediately, I just did a couple sets, and I was like, "They're gonna be fucking ruined tomorrow."
Hell
She
yeah.
said.
It's good news though that my hamstrings work, not
Yes,
my
it is.
quads.
It
You
is
know what
good
I'm saying?
news.
What? You said I'm a white man?
What translates it, but
I mean, I am white. I run like I'm not, but I'm white.
that means he runs fast. And I get it now. It's fine.
Congrats on the win this weekend.
That is a good segue. Yeah, thank you. We did well.
Much better than last year.
Yeah.
Speaking,
Yeah.
obviously speaking about the Atlanta Wild for our grid team.
I thought you pointed at me. I'm sorry.
No, I was drinking my coffee.
Gotcha.
It's the same thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, it was a hell of a lot better than last year. There's something to be said when we had Griffin injured and out, Matt Cable not available because he quite literally delivered his newborn baby on the side of I-4 in Orlando. It's insane. Dee McGillivray also out. He was a very good strength specialist.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a couple others that were kind of low in injury but still available.
Yeah.
And then Blake Kidder, I don't know what he did to his dick area, but like warming up L-sit
He didn't
chin-ups.
warm up, and he went and did an L-sit strict chin-up and strained his ab,
Yeah.
his lower ab.
Hopefully that's not a hernia.
No,
It's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not.
Okay.
No. I mean,
RJ, it was too high where
It's
hernia
not that-
would be located.
no, like hernia could be directly there. He just was a strain. He didn't rip it open.
Yeah, yeah.
You couldn't see it. He didn't have his intestines flowing out.
No. Obviously, if he does shit harder and it rips open bigger, you could have a hernia.
Yeah.
It's just where the protrusion is. But no, he was fine.
Okay.
He just needed to not do anything because if he went out there and
Yeah.
I kept telling him, I was like, dude, test movements, see if it's painful. I'm going to tell you. He's like, oh, this feels good, this feels good. I was like, that's great. It's going to be, when you move fast to lift your leg, make sure, like, jumping the wall, like, do it slow, see how it feels. Make sure you can do both legs. Then go, like, lift a bar and brace. And, like, of course, those two exact things. He was like, yeah, I can't do that. I'm like, you're out.
You're out. Done.
Blake he's a remarkable athlete in grid, as we all know. He likes to let his emotions get the better of him sometimes because he really wants to be out there hardcore because he's been like the guy. Him and RJ have been like the guys on the Wild in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Blake on the more strength side in the past, RJ more on the gymnasty side.
Mm-hmm.
But he's
The gym nasty.
right. He is a gymnasty. RJ is nowadays. But like it was nice to have Griffin and Amanda and Pat and RJ like speak good sense into him because he does listen.
Yeah.
When he's really fired up, it's harder to get him to listen.
Yeah, for sure.
And Blake, if you're listening, I say this with love. You know that. So there was no reason to risk it, especially with the lineup we have now, and also we outsmarted the match.
Yeah.
Like there was one element, quite literally, one singular element that could have fucked us over.
The
Hardcore.
aerials?
Yep.
MVP, Tyler Billington.
And Carey, man, those two.
Crushed it.
The fact that Carey was able to hit an aerial without, like multiples, without jumping, was impressed. I mean, yeah, she obviously jumped, but her head was like this far off.
Yeah, I watched it. There's like a couple where she like went like this, right? To like
yeah,
like I'm gonna fucking nail my head.
but she's still on the ones where she was close, huh?
That's only because she just doesn't know how to be explosive through the balls of her feet, like a sprinter, a jumper, or someone that's powerful, which we're gonna work on.
Hell yeah! Congratulations, Carrie Billington, on signing with Griffin.
Yeah, she's about to become the most dominant female.
Hell yeah! Get ready, Tyler. He's
about to get dominated. That's what I meant entirely.
Wait, are you supposed to get excited about pegging?
What?
I didn't say that. I said dominated.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I get excited about getting dominated, even though I should stop. My family does listen to this.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, like Tyler figuring out the Websters. I didn't know this, but Tyler did stuntman stuff in his past. Did you know that?
Duh.
Okay. I'm glad you knew. I'm going to go hang myself now.
He looks like he did stuntman stuff. He was the stuntman for Tom Cruise.
Really?
No.
That's not true.
That'd be sick, though, right?
What?
Tyler doesn't like running that much, and Tom Cruise just runs all the fucking time in his movies.
What's that one where he just restarts his day over?
Oh, yeah. I don't remember the name of it.
But he basically ran that whole movie.
There's a movie that was with Tom Cruise. I remember Groundhog Day with...
No, it's not that one.
Basically, similar concept.
Was it an older movie or a newer one?
I don't know what people consider old anymore. My time frame reference is very different.
That's very fair. Is like Born on the 4th of July?
What?
Nothing. Oh, wait, he was in... anyway, so that singular element could have kept us from finishing 3 races. One of them being...
Yeah, they weighted that
3
so
points.
heavy this time.
They really did. But so here's the thing about it. People were really upset about that. When I say really upset, I'm using it irresponsibly, but that element, the two, aerials and the ring to handstand. The ring to handstand obviously could be more figured out. It didn't have to be a giant. Like you saw the giants performed or tried to be performed by Quentin and his brother, which was kind of cool, but they figured out, straps aren't long enough, as far as they would say. And 2, like gymnastics rings, they have a spring at the top, so like they don't have that ridiculous amount of swing, so you can do giants and remain stationary. That was another thing in the past with grid. At the top of the rings, they had the little spring coming
I thought they were sick, though, at the end of the day.
They were really fucking cool.
I thought people that were watching were probably like, what
Absolutely.
These are like the
fuck?
the butterfly ring muscle.
No, it was the
No.
ring handstand push-up, essentially.
Yeah.
Right? But
That's called a
instead
giant.
of,
Okay.
but they don't do the handstand push-up. They just go into the kip and catch fully locked
So
out.
like whenever you're watching
okay.
gymnastics and they do that crazy rings routine, they do like somersaults and shit, and they stop fully locked out upside down out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's called a giant.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But you guys were able to use your leg.
Yeah, you could wrap your, so like, it was a safety concern,
Right.
right? And that's why we got the crash pads and everything, and they allowed us to have our feet touch the top of the rig, which honestly the rig needs to get taller because of that now.
Yeah.
It like the Aleco one was, but
I thought that was a super cool addition, though, allowing to do that. Like that's cool.
that
Yeah,
is
for
cool.
sure.
So those 2 elements, the fact that they're in the 3 races, and people like the most controversial elements in the past, backwards roll to support, back up rise, toe to ring back up rise, even double touch and triple touch, those started out like, I don't know if it's safe to do, and so on and so forth, and it evolved to be grid.
Double and triple touches were considered
Yeah, well,
dangerous.
way back in the day. I'm talking
We're talking 2014.
Yes.
Soft.
Back when it was NPFL, and NFL was like,
Well,
don't do that.
I will be. People tore their shoulders.
Yeah.
All the time. Back
Yeah, they did.
Idiots. Don't do that.
Well, anyway, protein. This is honest to God like my favorite match format now, and it's solely
The
because
last one, or
yeah.
like,
this match that we just did is my favorite.
is that because you fucking destroyed?
That's why.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's I'll let you guys believe what you want, but like speaking truthfully,
Dan, that
no.
was the exact opposite of what you said before the
Yeah.
match. You hated
I know.
this one.
I know. I don't up to it. After watching it and watching all the teams go through it, I think
Maybe
Wait,
we
is
should
this-
go through the whole season before you're like, this is my favorite, because it could be like the next one. I feel like you're like, this is my new
Yeah, I
favorite.
was just
we've
about
already
to say,
we've already
like,
done that one a
is
bunch
this
of
gonna
times.
Yeah. And you're going to say it with our new team. You're going to be like, this is now my new favorite.
Sure. The only thing that I think needs to happen with
my
this
new
match
favorite.
is take out the torque tank, because the mechanism did
Change
start.
it. Change the
Yeah.
change. The torque tank just sucks because only really goes one speed.
Yeah, I think they need to have like an actual prowler sled or something.
But I don't know how well it would work on that map.
Right.
That's the problem.
Right, I don't know either.
So
Somebody needs to create something new.
So I'll say this for sleds, there's always an issue, and there's always I'm on the same side of not using a tank. The problem is, so pulling. If you're going to use a tank, pull because of the friction.
Yeah.
Everyone is equal. When you're pushing, if there's an issue in any part of the floor, it is too big of a discrepancy between the teams.
Mm-hmm.
With the tank, like when you take it away by putting something on wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I actually think a style of tank on wheels it would actually be more beneficial than any sled if you want to push something.
Yeah.
But it's got to be different than that mechanism because it broke. It's magnetic. It only goes so fast. Find a different way to do it for competitions.
Yeah.
Tanks are phenomenal outside of competing.
Yeah.
They are a great tool.
I honest to God think Tom Soroka broke the mechanism in our first match because of how fucking powerful he is with that. Because like only that side, only the home side, their tanks went much faster.
Oh,
now
really?
against the Aces in Shark match, the Aces dude figured out how to push it with the wheels coming up off the ground.
Yeah, that's been a thing.
Yeah, but I did that should have been illegal.
Yeah.
It was illegal. He wasn't doing it on purpose. He wasn't trying to do that.
Doesn't matter.
No, I agree.
Can't do that.
So it says in the rule book.
Don't they have faults?
Yeah, that was supposed to be a fault, but they were focused.
They missed it.
They did, but it also was only coming off the ground like.
Doesn't matter.
But that's
you could only see it from a distance.
It's like as long as that thing is up off the ground at all, it
changes
the
mechanism,
and it literally.
I think so. In the coaches meeting, like the refs were more focused on the elbow bend. The elbows could not bend, or the arm could not bend past 90 degrees. Did some guys get away with it? Yes.
On the tank, pushing it.
Yeah.
Because that's supposed to be that's
because then you can get your shoulders under it and press up, getting the front wheels.
So
just
instead of focusing on the wheels, they focused on.
There was a lower likelihood of the wheels popping up off the ground, but the opposite.
Why didn't they just watch the wheels?
It's because it's new.
It's whatever. It's a new thing. It's honestly not that big a deal. But my focus on not wanting it in there is just because like the mechanism was breaking down a little bit on the home side. Because on the away side, it stayed pretty consistent.
Yeah. Well, the way to fix it, have another tank in case it breaks.
Yeah.
Right. I think if out of all the options, I don't like the tank. But it is better than a normal sled because of
100%.
pushing it on the friction. Yeah. There's always issues.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can pull it. Like obviously, there was no discrepancies when they pulled the one-man sleds. Perfect. That's fine.
That was awesome.
That was cool. It works. Pushing sleds on the floor, unless you're on turf, there's always discrepancies.
Yeah. Well, sleds in general. And even on turf, like
even on
faster
turf,
lanes than slower. Like
it's not lanes. We figured that out. FYI.
Wait.
When we tested them, it's all what the problem was every time in the games. It's because there's different rust on the bottom of the sleds.
Interesting.
It wasn't the lanes.
Well, okay, so out in California, it was definitely the lanes. One lane was drier than the other lane.
Yeah.
But that was grass too. So,
right.
Yeah.
On turf, it's theoretically should, unless there's lumps.
Okay.
There was 100% that they had ones that were rusted and not rusted. So some would just slide. Yeah. Obviously, if it's wet, there's that. Right then, you change your friction.
Right. But I think no matter what, anytime you have machines in the equation, minus like Concept 2, but I'm sure that there are some discrepancies in Concept 2.
If they're not calibrated.
Right. So there's got to be some discrepancies in those. But like assault runners, huge discrepancy across the board. Assault bikes, huge discrepancies across the board. I haven't heard of any Echo bikes having discrepancies, but I'm sure there are some. And then when you start getting into like other push-pull mechanisms, there's like massive discrepancies across the board.
Yeah. I mean, I think that would be the only thing in this match format that would change appropriately. Yeah. Honestly, the weighted vests and the triad, I didn't really have much of an issue with because that triad.
It was fine, but it didn't do anything. It didn't do much.
It didn't do much, except for on the rope climbs, from what people were saying.
Yeah.
But honestly, a lot of people might disagree with me. My favorite part of that triad was the burpee box and bumpers.
It was cool to watch, honestly.
They made that look cool.
Yeah, I like that. And the fact that this is what's great about the Atlanta Wild. They were saying like people weren't able to practice the synchronicity of it all very much. We didn't practice it at all
What was the rule on that
because
one?
you don't have to.
Just whenever everyone's feet were on the box at the same time, that's when they would count the reps.
You have to be in synchro to do these. It's like it's the only way to do it.
Were there teams getting no reps or something?
No. We just moved next to the next to the Lions, I believe. No, the Lions and the Sharks were the only two teams, based on the videos that I watched and got splits on in my autism mode, that were faster than us.
The Lions and the Sharks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those guys, they were.
Well, they went later in the day, so they probably had more time to practice.
Well, yeah, that, but also like they're more gymnasty than us.
Yeah.
We also didn't have our fastest men's.
Yeah, like we didn't have our
okay.
best, our quote unquote best lineup because we're missing Griffin and Blake and Matt and Dee.
Yeah.
Like we would have. I mean, we scored 69 home right on the ladder, but with Griffin and Blake, that would have been an 8-point addition. Because they both would have hit the last bar.
Right.
And with D, that would have been another 8-point addition. And Casey would have been able to hit all 10 bars instead of having the order that we had go on the female side.
Mm-hmm.
Casey was fucking wrecked.
Yeah.
For anybody that's listening, I encourage you to go watch the mirror race and just look at Casey's face after those 20 squats that she did.
Yeah.
Which, by the fucking way, we had the second fastest time in the mirror. All right. Tom and David, Tom Soroka, David McKellar were the only two out there for us doing squats. They both
Pat lifted the bar.
Yep, Pat just stood there as best supporting actor.
Hell yeah.
Those motherfuckers alone went like sub a minute 40.
Tom, welcome fucking back.
I did notice something. We were the only team to do the pick up the barbell and set on their back.
Because they're all idiots. That's why I said don't show them anything, Dan.
Well,
also, we're the only one that marked the bar. We marked the back. These are the little things that people don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree. Yeah, I'm gonna disagree with you and say that they're not that. Just because it was talked about in our last call by all the coaches, it wasn't an unknown thing.
So actually, you're making my point. Then, if they told them to do it and didn't do it, that's being an idiot.
Well. Whatever controversy you want to stir up with the other athletes, man, that's fine.
No, dude, I'm an idiot too.
It's fair.
Dude, it's fine to be an idiot. It happens. I'm an idiot. I fucked my hamstring up being a dumbass.
That's fair.
Right? I'm allowed to call other people idiots if I say I'm an idiot.
I forgot to tell the table that David was wild carding in for the mirror, so we got no points for it.
Also an idiot, right? Like, cool. Everybody's an idiot.
Whoops.
If people get upset about that, go home.
For people curious, if you watch the match as to why we got no points for that, it is considered an illegal use of man.
Is that actually what it's called?
No, it's a use of an illegal player because I did not tell the table about the substitute wild card coming in.
I didn't know that was a rule, and if I did, I would have gone and told you to go do it. So you also completely blanked on it because that we had that whole discrepancy from the first part of the match.
Probably.
In partner forward, which lasted way too long, but 20 minutes to deliberate that.
I was Amanda was saying that they counted the other team's
Yeah, the
reps
judges
wrong.
counted wrong on the jump rope. They the Dylan and Denise did one extra rep on the jump rope.
Okay.
And
so what happened? So they just gave them the win versus you guys?
No, we got the win.
So here's what happened.
So then what?
Basically, we beat them because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, because of that. It was close, right?
Really,
you can't tell,
really
right? You don't know.
Yeah.
So we beat them. Then they go back and see that they did too many reps. Okay. So then they come over and deliberate if they counted right, they might have won. Okay. Well, they didn't. But they were deliberating, how do we fix this? Do we make them run it back? So that's what we were going to do.
The last two quadrants.
But unfortunately for the Venom side, they were blasted and we were behind 4 reps and caught them.
Right.
So them running it back would have been a horrifyingly bad idea.
It wouldn't have changed the outcome.
Well, we would have won that for sure. And then also they were so smoked. I don't know if they had anybody to go in and do the bars. So they would have essentially, yeah.
Whereas we had Tristan could have gone out and done it.
I mean, RJ technically
could have as well. But, RJ said he really
didn't want to do it.
He didn't want to do it because RJ's a fucked up knee and hip.
Yeah.
And him doing high volume squatting at a heavier barbell, 185 thrusters for 18 reps. He said
fine.
did them on mostly. I don't know if he's fine. What?
Said he was fine.
Oh yeah, he was fine. But anyway, so how they fix that in the rulebook is like they do a rerun of the last 2 quadrants, right? But Paul, the head coach of the Venom, he was not on. He didn't really want to do that, but he needed to advocate for his team and like stand up for him. Be like, hey, this was wrong. We need to fix it. Let's discuss it. So it ended up being like, okay, we're gonna rerun, and then I believe it was a player discussion on their end.
I'm telling you, because they couldn't do it. They were too
gotten
blasted. Not hurt. They just couldn't do it. They were too exhausted. That's what it was, which is okay. Like that's what it is, and they didn't have anybody step in for that. So then they came back and well, then let's just tie. No, we won. We won. So here's my issue with all of it. Every person, I know it's not the same as double unders. We all do more reps than 50 when it says 50 double unders. In case you missed one,
I don't.
You're autistic and good enough at it. I still always do an extra one just in case, right? I don't go back and say, hey, you should take my time down.
Yeah.
That's just what happens.
In the games in 2017 on the upped up 17.5 workout where they went 135 and double unders, they counted, who's that girl from freaking Australia? Not
Cara?
Yeah, Cara. They counted hers wrong, and they straight up went back, timed it, and then took places away from her.
Wow.
They counted her short, and then they went.
They only will do that when you're short. They won't do it when you do more.
Right.
Which is fucked,
yes.
But that is true. If you don't do the number of them, you get penalized. But if you do more, you penalize yourself. Right?
Really, you get more fatigue, and you're.
And unfortunately, in grid, there's not as many reps, so every rep is extremely important. Right. But that's part of it. So unfortunately, the best way to fix it is to rerun it. But why would you rerun it? We caught you by 4 reps. It's a bad plan. You might as well just concede and be like, it's fine, you're going to win it.
I think they just wanted to capitalize on the made-up rivalry that we had with them.
Oh, there's beef?
No, not at all.
Oh,
that's the funny part. It was played that Venom and us are rivals, and that's not the case.
JoJo and I traded jerseys after the match.
I saw that. It's cute.
You guys get new jerseys each match?
No.
We should.
Honestly.
Because now I'm playing on the Venom team.
They didn't even have Gianna's.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
They had a sample for her. It's like, what the fuck?
What happens if I rip mine?
Are you in charge of bringing your jersey to the match each time?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's gonna change.
Yo, give all that shit to Mia.
Well, everyone has their own.
No, everyone's fine. It's never been an issue.
Okay.
Yeah. And if it is, then that they have extra ones.
You got to wear the female crop top long sleeve.
Hell yeah. Or they just wear a Gainesville Wild jersey that I still have from last year.
You guys can do the Christmas colors.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. So the Santas and the elves.
Are guys red, girls green?
It's pretty sexist.
Why?
I don't know. I just wanted to say that.
I thought you were honestly going to say sexy, and then I was like, oh, fuck.
No, the win was great. Last year against the Aces, there was only one thing that really would have taken us out of the running with them. Would we have beaten them last year? Probably not.
Oh, in the first match?
No, last year, our last match of the season. We got absolutely
when everybody
blasted
died
by the Aces, and it was just RJ's knee.
Yeah, they were pretty good in that match too.
Yeah, it was a bad match for us to race them, and everybody was hurt.
Yep, everyone was hurt. RJ's knee was the only thing that would have completely taken us out of the running with them, and it happened.
Yeah.
And it sucked. And it's nice that we're in a position to where our 2 best male players are not.
You've already seen what your guys' floor is with injuries.
We haven't even seen what our floor is yet.
I mean, yeah.
Because we don't take out RJ and Tristan. And if we would see our floor if RJ, maybe Tristan, Amanda, and Sydney were not available, then we'd see a floor.
Yeah. Just the likelihood of that happening, though. You've already had 2 of your best players, so maybe it's not your floor, but it's pretty close.
It's pretty fucking close. It was definitely, I would say, it was definitely a combination of the 3 lineups the 3 finalized lineups that were made, except for Blake
and Tom.
How many lineups do you make?
This past match, I made close to 100.
Why?
Kill him.
It's just what I do.
And you guys so you made 97 extra lineups.
technically
in his brain. He made them in his brain.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so
Are you like Jay-Z? You come up with all your lineups in your head and then just...
Dude, it's Goodwill Hunting.
So when I'll go through it since Dunder Mifflin's gonna go out of business because
Wait, are these trade secrets right now?
no, not at all. The way I go
Are you
about
saying that all the other coaches do this too?
I don't know. The
No.
way I go about lineup creation is I'm making lineups right now as we're speaking for the next several matches. It's just kind of how it works.
So, when we went out to Dave and Buster's the other week, somebody was like, Kyle's brain works like this. One thing is focused on what's happening in the moment, and the other one is just a lottery machine going around and
That's
around.
super fucking accurate.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
I'm like Aaron Yeager in the Titan realm.
No, we should just get you a whiteboard and let you just write on it all day long.
He's talking.
So-
It's just like
Yeah.
one hand is just
Is it always sunny in Philadelphia when the
when Charlie's in the mailroom?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's going on here with grid lineups specifically.
Such
It's
a
like
good episode.
swimming, everything's like pretty linear. Grid,
Chaos.
it's absolute, but for me, it's organized chaos. It's my fucking bedroom.
It's a ballet.
There,
I'm never-
rhythmic dancing.
I'm
No,
never-
interpretive dance.
I don't think it's interpretive dance.
Like the one with the guys with the massive holes on their wings and they're hitting.
It's like Ukrainian or some shit.
Yeah.
That's so funny. He's got those dumbass little peggy things.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny. No, it was nice to see. Like the Venom, honestly, like if they had the 2 or 3 people that were,
Did they have any injuries?
they had COVID people.
Oh.
Yeah. So they had, I know, at least one dude that was he's very good.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be available, but it wouldn't have changed the outcome of the match.
Yeah.
Most specifically in the echoes, especially how fucking fast Pat and Amanda were moving on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Them moving on the wall. And Tyler basically, how many aerials did Carrie do? I think she did like 4 or 5.
Well, I think she got counted for
3. Yeah,
somewhere around there. Maybe 4, but I think it was
So
3.
out of the 20 aerials in the match, Tyler did 17 of them. And thankfully, the standard for aerial, we didn't have to do like a textbook gymnastics aerial. You could do like Tyler did a Webster.
Dude, they should just add those in there as another thing.
What?
Websters, which they technically do.
They
So what
change
they
the
should
name.
just change the name of aerial and just say a 1 foot flip.
Yeah, but maybe something. It's got to be something simpler.
I like aerials and then leaving it open to interpretation.
The thing is, though, an aerial is not that.
I know.
So I just don't like that the
But like if you're new to grid and you're like 1 foot flip, what the fuck? And like you try and YouTube that to see what it is. Like aerial, at least like you can.
Well,
Google
what you
it or
do is
whatever.
you just make a grid video saying 1 foot flip. Here are all the versions you can do,
Yeah.
and put videos of each one.
Yeah.
That would be phenomenal. And like this is the part that I selfishly love about grid is they use things like that, like aerials.
Mhm.
If a lot of times it forces coaches to become single track minded. Okay, we have to do this kind of aerial,
Mhm.
and this is where I fucking love this. Everyone on the team minus Tristan and Nick. Well, Nick's a coach as well, but he's 19, and
Yeah.
Tristan, other than the photography stuff and videography stuff, does he coach? All right, so everyone on the team except for one person is a coach also.
Mm-hmm.
So like they have, and we're all adults minus Nick, but he's adult. He's an adult in his own right. They can create their own capability they have creative freedom, if you will.
Right.
And then they send me like, hey, would this count? And I verify with Matt, like, I
Yeah.
think of this, and they verify. That's what happened with Tyler with the Websters, to where
Yeah.
like they saw this is where like I think all of the teams benefited
Well,
from us with that.
I
because
thought the
of
coolest thing was that the Aces did, which was way slower, but
It
they did
was.
the
gainer.
The
It was
gainer.
full
They did a single leg gainer.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
He dislocated his finger too on one of them
I saw
completely.
that.
It was straight up sideways.
And then he was able to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that was impressive.
Not a bitch.
The craziest
Yeah,
shit
respect.
about the Ambrioso brothers, like Quentin trains 4 times a year. A year.
That's why he's such a barbell specialist.
And his brother's not too far off. Like, so Quentin is the Sharks bodyweight specialist.
What do you
He's
mean he
body-
trains 4 times a year? He goes to the
That's-
gym 4 times?
That's what Nick Havlich said.
He's gone to the gym 4 total times in 1 year.
Yeah, that's the average he's training.
So
It's pretty
I'm going
insane.
to go ahead and bullshit. And the reason I say that
Yeah.
is because there's more than 4 matches
I'm not including the matches.
Those count.
Okay, then 10. 10 times a year.
All right. I'll at least accept that.
I guess last year for him it was only 5. Or
So
not,
never goes in the gym.
Yeah,
Not one
pretty much.
time.
He smoked cigarettes and
I believe
he's just
that.
a really good guy.
Why is he not smoking cigarettes on the grid? Like,
That would be
That'd be
so
fucking
awesome.
like what's his face? The kicker from
Yes.
the replacements.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's worried.
Yeah, he should.
He
He
should.
should become him 100%.
That'd be so
Just
cool.
up there, holding the iron cross with a cigarette in
Old
his mouth.
school.
Old school.
So,
Still holding.
having like people as intelligent as like Tyler, Carey, everybody on the team who has the creative abilities. Like,
Well, that's why I kind of like just having it aerial, and then you
Yeah,
get to
100%.
Well, that's why
whatever
I want it to be another name.
yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
Yeah,
just a name, because an aerial is a defined movement.
Malarial.
Whatever. Falafel. Whatever the fuck
Blue
you-
waffle.
No. Just name it something name it something different. I love that it was allowed opportunities for the other teams to do cool stuff. What I felt like it was kind of given to us to allow us to do that, but I do think at the end of the day it makes the sport look cooler.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you can do the different styles of flips.
Yeah.
I think that made it cool. Same thing as like being able to do the giants versus having to flip into a handstand.
Yeah.
'Cause in CrossFit, they wouldn't out of safety, they definitely wouldn't allow it, but they wouldn't allow that movement. They would make you flip into a handstand and then press out.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. There was, you can do a giant, go for it, send it. Like, that's cool. Allowing a little creativity that still ends in the same place and allowing for like the gymnasts to shine in what they're really good at. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, for sure.
That's another. I know you guys saying this because like we won as effectively as we did in this match, but like having the obstacles in the way of the sprint relay, I thought was also a unique piece.
Mm-hmm.
And like the equipment crew for the triads to get the sleds out of the way was impressive to me.
Well, there was a bigger crew of volunteers this time, which was awesome.
They needed it because of all the newer equipment.
Shout out to all those people.
Yeah,
Honestly,
dude, I was like, whoa, hell yeah.
Dude,
We got way more people
I've
out
done
here.
the equipment crew shit before. Oh my god.
Oh, fuck that.
You are sore for
That's
days.
'cause you don't work out.
No, this is back when I thought I was a good person and then
I
working
thought you
out.
were a good person.
This is back when I could do muscle ups and I could do bar muscle ups. And
Let's get you back.
Yeah.
I need reconstructive surgery on my shoulder first. It's
Okay,
completely
let's just do things
Balls.
that you don't need.
It hurts so much.
Dan,
Okay,
my labrum
balls.
has been torn since 2013.
And so has my labia. Yeah, here we are.
Right, but I work out and you choose to not just work. I just do some
I
things.
take Adderall and cocaine. I'm fine.
Mm, mm,
I don't
mm.
take cocaine.
Well, if you did, then you should work out when you're doing that and get more of the benefit.
Intensity.
I'm gonna say that you're right because you are.
Yeah.
So grid win was great.
Yeah.
Our next match is in Tampa against the Aces, and that one's a clutch one. That match will essentially set up the remainder of our season.
Because you guys only have 4 matches.
4 matches, yep. And we have a doubleheader in Vegas in October. And those are going to give us challenges as well. The Aces are going to be our biggest challenge.
They're 0-1 right now, right?
Correct. One of their... So the
4 teams are 0-1.
It's true. So they're...
I just wasn't sure if they won or lost.
They
got beat by the
got
Sharks.
clapped.
Yeah.
The
Sharks are good, though.
They are very good. They picked up one of their former bodyweight specialists, David
Yeah.
Blatt, and he's extremely good.
Yeah.
And they picked up Sydney Witter from the Brigade, who, I mean, she beat their really strong motherfucker on Farmer's Carry.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Sydney's super good at that shit.
Yeah.
They've
She's got the levers for it.
She does. They have 3 of the fastest like unilateral movers, if you will,
Oh, okay.
in the league on their team.
Yeah.
So like Nick Shappy with the pistols,
Yeah.
Sammy Nally with her unilateral ability is very good as well.
Mhm.
It's not at Nick's is a levers and limb length, but like it's
She just moves really,
she's really
well.
fucking well.
Yeah.
It's super clean, super obvious.
Yeah.
It's cool to see overall. But the match with us against the Aces, I don't know. Those two might get knocked off the pedestal. You know what I mean? Griffin's back. No, I'm just talking shit. Love you, Sammy and Nick.
Oh, you were putting them on a pet. I thought you went from the Aces and then to Sammy and Nick.
That was hard to track, wasn't it?
This man
I was like,
cracked.
That was my bad. Anyway, the Aces are going to be coming out with a fucking fire under their ass.
Yeah.
Hardcore. Like,
Yeah.
They didn't lose a match at all last year.
Right.
And the year before that, they didn't lose a match until the conference championships against us, which is the same match format in conference championships 2 years ago that we had against them last year. But since we did a doubleheader last year, the triads were omitted, and that's where we picked up critical points.
Okay.
So,
Did they have the same team as last year, the Aces?
mostly, yeah. They've lost a couple, but the skill set that they have is quite comparable to last year.
Yeah, cool. Well, that will be fun.
August 17th, there will be a live link, and we'll share it.
Yep.
Watch it live, honestly, because it's going to be...
Yeah, don't take your level 2 and rewatch it over lunch. Don't recommend.
Is that what you did?
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Although it was kind of nice to fast forward through everything.
Yeah, you don't have to watch all the commercials, but thank you for the support on that. Minus, none of my swimmers watched it, but 3, so that's cool.
You had 3 swimmers watch it? That's great, because why would they watch it?
Because they like me as their coach.
Yeah, but
And they ask me questions all the time.
They're also how old?
For high school.
Right.
They ask me questions about you guys all the fucking time.
Yeah, but you're asking high schoolers to do something outside of what they want to do.
I don't. Maybe they want to do it.
My point. 3 of them. That's great.
I know. I was being an asshole.
Any amount of viewership is awesome.
That's true. There were a lot of people watching all 4 matches.
Oh, that's good.
Actually, there was a ton. There was way more people, but it was also because of where they placed the whole setup was more in the middle of the whole venue instead of on the side.
Is that like Prime? So you guys,
Zumba had Prime.
Zumba?
Yeah, they have a Zumba just balling when you walk in the doors.
And so it's like
on a big stage.
Breaking boundaries.
Oh yeah, it is. Dude, and it's breaking boundaries. You walk in, except Zumba's not in the back; it's in the dead front when you walk in.
Dead front. God. We were slightly off.
Mic'd up too.
How many people were doing the Zumba?
Dude, it's super popular. It gets super crowded. What's sad though is like
I suppose it is in Orlando. So
you have Zumba and Prime. Then you have us.
They're already doing my idea almost.
What?
Remember how I said there should be strippers? Just replace the Zumba for
strippers
in Vegas!
So what's funny about that is the former head coach of the Sharks, Nick, he tried to recruit a stripper for aerials.
Which I told you.
I know you did. Motherfucker, I know.
Okay, so we going to the strip club Saturday?
You guys can go. I still have those rolls of pennies.
Damn, my God.
No.
Don't throw pennies at strippers.
Yeah, that's
especially if you want to recruit them.
Yeah, dude, what? You're going to bruise them.
I'm not going to say anything quiet.
They're probably already bruised.
I was going to... Okay, you got it. God damn. Anyway.
Just kidding.
There was WWE...
all the strippers
amateur...
Well, yeah, right.
Amateur WWE was behind us.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which is nicer.
It
was amazing. It was amazing.
Dude, yeah. That's why there's so many people there.
So it's Zumba, Prime, the energy drink. Is that... Or...
Where?
But, no, C4 was there.
Okay, so it's Zumba, C4.
Yeah, and then like they had all the vendors and whatnot. And
they had martial... They had a jiu-jitsu, whole... thing of jiu-jitsu.
Hell yeah.
Probably also why there was a lot of people watching too, because they were all...
But I feel like there was also another martial arts thing going on the other side too.
It was fencing.
Oh, fencing. There you go.
Yeah, they always have fencing. 3 years ago
they had a bodybuilding show going on too.
They had what?
3 years ago they had Jedi fencing.
That's...
True story. It was really fun. You know how hard...
David would have left the match.
Dude, it was so hard to coach 3 years ago because we had... All right, the grid...
For you.
Yeah, for me. So pretend like this table's the grid floor. Like... In the top, like, right corner or whatever, like, that's
so what were the rules on using the Force?
I don't know. But, like, the top right corner
was
WWE.
Last year.
Top right corner was WWE. Cool. Back right corner was the Jedi fencing. And then off to the left, we had fucking roller derby, just like we did last year.
Yeah. Dude, I wonder if they have to do any, like, fatality kills.
In Jedi
yeah.
fencing? Isn't that Mortal Kombat?
Kind of like Mortal Kombat.
That's Mortal Kombat.
So what are the rules on using the Force, though?
I don't know. I didn't hear it. I had a speaker in my fucking ear 3 years ago. And this year, too.
So they LARPed Star Wars there.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. I think it was like right after Disney.
Sick.
Wait, when did Disney... what year did Disney own Star Wars?
Still do, don't care, trash.
I don't know. At least 6 years ago.
Okay.
They made all of those new movies that Disney.
Oh, I was
owns.
still in Minnesota, so somewhere in between 2012 and 2015.
Yeah, it's 10 years ago.
Okay.
Trash.
All right. Well, yeah. If you're in Tampa, or like if you want to come down and watch live, strongly recommend come watch our next grid match in
It's
person.
at Valor.
Valor Fitness headquarters, and there's a lot of parking. There'll be a lot more seating this year. It's a fuckload more fun to watch in person, and it's a fuckload more stressful.
Yeah, and Tampa's also cool for a little beach trip.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tampa's like a sweet city.
All of my kids are coming down, so is my wife and my mom and dad. And we're hopefully going to combine with Zero FG and get a Zero FG plus Atlanta Wild bus to drive down, so we can actually
okay.
So essentially, it's like
The stripper bus.
the bang bus, the fur bus.
Wait, what was it back in like 2001? And like, you guys remember in 2001? Like, if you kept the TV on like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., whatever, you woke up to like Girls Gone Wild. That's it. The Girls Gone Wild bus. Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Just like I said, that's what we need to make our OnlyFans for the team. That's the bus.
It's OnlyFans.
Yeah, but
Maybe
Girls
someone-
Gone Wild. Wild.
But we can't say girls. We can't just have the girls.
Okay, change it to whatever you want.
Boys Gone Wild.
Them things gone wild.
What could we call it? Athletes wild gone wild?
Yeah. I don't know. It's what your job is.
Diddy
to think
gone
of.
wild? I don't fucking.
Oh no.
Ladder Diddy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ladder Daddy.
Fucking. We can talk shit about that. Go ahead.
No, I'm wearing a shirt that says Ladder Daddy from now on.
What was that? Was it?
I'm
what
lost.
was
Yeah,
it?
you're not. You wouldn't know.
Was it JoJo?
I have no idea. I really don't know.
Somebody said that they were Ladder King or some shit.
I think it was Ladder Queen.
Ladder Queen.
Yeah, and then I made the joke that someone should wear a shirt that says Ladder King, and then I was like, better yet, please wear a shirt that says Ladder Daddy.
I mean, it's.
I didn't say I would do it. I just said someone please do it. And then it turned into that Tom's going to bring me an NWO belt. And I was like,
dude.
all right, I'm down with that.
Oh, Ladder Daddy is like a wrestling thing.
No,
This.
I just turned into that.
The
okay.
the ladder is a racing grid, and like
The-
grid wants us to be a little more.
Oh, okay. I see.
Someone called themselves Ladder Queen. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I think it was Mirror Queen. Sorry. Then it switched and I said something about a Ladder King, then said Ladder Daddy.
In
our
her
chat.
defense, she's extremely good on the mirror.
I honestly don't know who he was even talking about.
This-
I was just like, someone please wear a shirt that says Ladder Daddy out there.
It's Denise
That
Tam.
would be cool.
Yeah, right.
Okay, now that I understand the context,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
It's Denise Tam, the girl who finished
Oh.
fourth and fourth.
I really don't. I just was like,
She
someone
moves
please wear
so
Ladder Daddy.
fucking Well. She's so
Hey,
good.
why do you guys not have warm-up jerseys for that? Like if you're not going.
Oh, rip-off pants, bro?
Yes.
I don't know, dude. Tell Mather we need rip-off pants.
You guys need like.
When you run out for when they're like calling the
Yeah.
teams, everybody rips off their pants, dude.
Well,
Like in the NBA, they have warm-up jerseys.
Yeah.
We can. I mean, the Sharks got warm up
Right.
shirts.
It could turn, but what it could
Yes.
turn into is just like the movie Dodgeball, and you
Yeah.
rip off your pants, and then you're wearing the fucking BDSM clothes.
Well, what can happen is, well, we could do that, but we need help by people like giving donations to the GoFundMe that Mia created.
I'm sure they will if it's telling them that we're going to wear BDSM things.
So the only people that have donated to Mia's friends is
Okay, well that will
Kill
change
yourself.
because it started like yesterday.
last week.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be fun.
GoFundMe's have a long lifespan.
Yeah, OnlyFans
Yeah.
content will bring you more money faster. Or being
Okay, so
stripper.
wait, you guys can get warm-up jerseys.
You guys can wear whatever we want.
Yeah, we just got to talk to Mia. Like,
Okay,
Mia could do it.
okay.
So each-
we can work on this.
Each team is like their
This is
own
going to be fucking
business.
awesome.
I guess.
God, what do we put nicknames on the back of each one?
Yes, dude, customize the shit out of those things.
All right, let's run the nicknames real quick. Tristan, T-Riz,
Sure.
Nick.
No, this is gonna take too long.
There's only 19 people.
I mean, I don't have direct names. I said by the end of the season, everyone had to have a nickname. I did
The
say
autist.
that. Autist.
Tom, NWO. Who's the top NWO guy? Hogan?
Well, I guess that's all perspective.
Fair.
So I don't know what his is in his mind.
Roman Reigns. Wasn't
Reigns?
Roman what? Wasn't he?
I don't remember.
He looked like
No,
the
no.
Undertaker, right?
Yeah. Damn. I don't
Something
remember that.
WWF related, NWO related.
For sure.
RJ, Gingy,
No, give him something better than that.
Ghost.
That's kind of dope.
Yeah, it is. Okay, the Billingtons could probably share
For sure.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I need something better than that for them, though. But yes, you're on the right track.
Assassins.
Also, the ghost thing, we should just call him the Ghost of Kiev because that was the most dope story of all time, but it wasn't real.
So dumb.
The Ghost of what?
You didn't? Oh, for the Ukraine, they made up some dude that just dropping fucking people in the air.
Propaganda.
Yeah, sick. Honestly, sick if
They
it would have been
literally
real.
used footage of him and said it was real. It was from a video game.
Yeah, it would.
Of course it was.
I would, but everyone wants that to be real.
Well, yeah, it's a movie.
No, but everyone wants that dude to be real.
Oh, yeah. Well,
because
yeah.
that's sick.
Yeah.
What's Sydney's nickname? Just Midnight?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah, just straight midnight. But she said in public we can't do that, so I don't
That's
know.
true.
And she won't. I'm sure she won't take
know.
Bud heavy either. So
Nope.
I don't know. We have to have a public nickname for her. We have to steer away of Pat and Amanda.
Why?
I'm not allowed to say things anymore.
Kyle can.
No, they gotta have.
I'm going to come up with nicknames.
They gotta have. Yeah.
For
I
Kyle
have the
and
worst style of autism there is.
Everyone on our team come up with nicknames. You can't name yourself. Everyone has to come up with ones for everybody else.
Sounds like an opportunity for an Atlanta Wild question post.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We do need that actually, and be like,
John's
what should
John.
everyone's nickname be? And then yes,
Yo, you can do that. Yeah, do that.
that has to go down.
Just highlight each athlete and then put.
And
a
if you
poll
try to
underneath
put a
it.
name in for yourself, we'll give you the worst thing we can think of. But I won't let anyone have a lame ass name. Okay, that's not cool. Maybe one.
No,
Oh
if they fucking put their own name in, give them.
yeah,
shit.
yeah. If you put your own one in, you literally are getting the
Shit.
worst one you can get.
Ooh, Amanda can be Bodie McBoatface.
What?
Actually, just put that for everybody.
This is a genius plan.
Pat can be Harambe.
Oh my god! If we make
that's what RJ would be because he literally wears Harambe shorts all the
Oh,
fucking
does he?
time.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Then we need to put something in front of that, like not like the white Harambe. That's lame.
Sir Harambe. All right.
The ghost of Harambe.
Moving on.
The ghost of
Grid
Harambe.
Grid win 1-0.
Sick.
Let's get 2-0 in August.
All right. You guys want to move over into the CrossFit Games after we just spent an hour talking about grid?
Sure.
It wasn't quite an hour.
It's a better grid. It was better. It was a better grid podcast than our dedicated grid
100%.
podcast.
100%. Yes. It really was. We should just not have topics.
Honestly,
Sometimes.
sometimes yes, but
Unless we have a guest on. I don't think we do good with structure, to be honest.
nope.
I do.
He
Y'all
does.
don't.
Well,
Oh,
2 out of 3.
It's
Sorry,
fine.
mate.
I'll survive. That's why I just need some structure in our notebook, and then we'll be okay.
I'm good with this.
Yeah, this is fine.
But
All
when we
right.
start getting into like details, fuck that shit.
You're right. I stuck a syringe in my leg today for the first time. That's pretty crazy.
How'd it feel? I watched the guy get his quad sliced open on
What?
the internet yesterday.
Why?
He was in a fight with some homeless dude and he was punching his face, and then the homeless guy pulled a knife out of his pants and just sliced him.
Why was he
His
beating
whole
the homeless
quad
guy?
was like this. It was pretty
No,
dope.
no thanks.
Why was he beating the homeless guy?
I don't know.
Maybe he deserved it.
He was a Marine, so he was either drunk or the guy deserved it.
Uh,
But it was middle of the day, so
Was the
could be
homeless
either
guy a
so.
Marine?
No.
The way he sliced his ass open, he might have been.
He honestly just got really lucky.
Hmm.
Yeah. Which, street fight, so yeah, obviously makes sense. All right. CrossFit Games in Fort Worth, Texas. What do you guys think of the venue change?
I guess I'll give. Let's see. Let's watch it and see before we make assumptions about it. I don't think there could obviously be better options, but
California.
yeah, I mean, go back to the
Bring it back.
tennis stadium, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, agreed, 100%. Like, people loved Madison.
What? Oh, okay. I'll reserve my complaining for later.
I didn't.
It sucked. Madison was so bad. They literally, like, they filmed that, what was that motocross event? Or what was it called? The first event with, like, the bicycles in it.
Cyclocross.
Cyclocross, yeah. They filmed that, and they put aerial views up on it. And literally in the background, you just see, like, a fucking junkyard or some shit. It was so dumb.
Yeah.
And it was 50 degrees. the first year. That was cool.
Yeah. There, shit, what's her name? Brittany, she's in Texas, Games athlete.
Shadburn?
Yes, thank you. She was being
You say
coached.
Brittany, Bethany?
My bad. She was being coached by Jared Astley, Jen Jones's husband during that time, and during the cyclocross event that year, you can see him quite literally running alongside her
During the event.
During the event. It's super cool.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Well, also, I don't know if you saw he's like, Castro was like, let's go. We're gonna go to Europe. Like without saying it. Like, dude, just if that's what you want to do, say it out loud. Like, don't.
I think the traveling games would be kind of nice, actually.
It would, but you're gonna have to you're gonna get a venue and do it for a few years there and move on. You have to sign a contract.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just do it one. Plus, in order to do the amount of logistics that it takes to run the games, you're gonna have to get better each year while you're there.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem is if you decide to keep kind of bouncing around, it's always going to be it's going to be a shit show more than it needs to be,
was.
right? And on top of that, now they're saying that potentially, maybe we'll try and split the teams and the individuals. Y'all are idiots.
They shouldn't do that.
Don't do it. It's a bad idea.
You'll lose so much money.
But the thing is, they already keep bleeding it with decisions on losing money, which. Making it smaller.
To be fair, we don't know the back end of everything, but
I know a lot of it.
I mean, we don't know what the contracts they are.
No, for sure, correct.
With Legends,
at least they signed the ESPN contract for the games. Thank God.
Right, like we don't know the contracts that they signed with Legends. What is it? Wheelwad runs the adaptive now, and Pit Team,
which is smart. Which that change was smart.
I like that change because
that is a smart change.
But again, what do these contracts look like? Because every time CrossFit has done this, whatever event that is a sanctioned CrossFit event essentially goes out of business because the event starts paying CrossFit and they run out of money.
Mm-hmm.
Are some of these events getting money back from the Open? Like, what's CrossFit helping them out with? So, but I mean, if you start splitting all those events up and you have, over the course of August now, people have 4 different venues that they have to try and travel to. That's huge expense on people. So they're going to start picking and choosing which ones they go to. And then you're going to limit spectatorship down significantly for each event. So, yeah. I don't know. If they split teams up, that would be.
That's a bad decision.
Honestly,
I know that they're trying to get individual athletes to also do team stuff because yes, that's again, if you just hyped up your and took care of the team side more, you have more viewers. Just number wise, you have more viewers.
I still think that to this day they made a mistake by trying to go down the individual route because they're having to replace the face every 5 to 7 years. Every sport in America, which is your largest demographic right now, and the world's largest sport, soccer, is a team sport. And you could have set it up so that you would have franchises that are paying into your whatever, and you have lifelong income, and then you allow those franchises to now make money on their own, which, as we all know, the trickle-down effect works very well in an economy.
Yep. Yeah, I don't. It's a bad choice. Don't do that. That's just bad. But I get getting more individuals into it, but also that's cool. I'm all for that. But if you just put more money into the team side, then you would get individuals into the team side.
Right. And the thing is they can still highlight how good the individuals are by setting up a team format where one individual is required to do 4 different so each individual is required to do a different individual race throughout the course of the weekend. So but then you also kind of bring it into, okay, we have a gymnastics specialist doing our gymnastics workout. We have a barbell.
It's kind of like a ringer point and grid, right?
100%. And those are fun to watch.
But that'd be actually that's a great idea because then now you actually have to strategize your team. You want to be well rounded, but you have to pick the right person on that team. You need someone that's more strong. You need someone that's more of a gymnast or aerobic or whatever.
Well-rounded, because you don't know what these workouts
are. The ringer point could be not a team swim. It's a 200-meter swim or a 100-meter swim because that'd be cool to watch. Yeah. It's faster.
Right.
And just put out your best swimmer. Don't have bad swimmers.
Still have the chaotic nature of CrossFit because they could change that every single year. So you might go with a swim, a run, a barbell, and a gymnastics specialist.
Yeah.
And then it's literally strongman, CrossFit,
Dude,
and
so
like,
cool.
So like you would fuck yourself on 2 of those events.
Yeah,
you
that'd
know?
be so cool. That'd be so cool.
It would be awesome.
Plus, you get more events. Get more events in.
There's just so much more you can do with team, and it's way cooler shit, honestly. Like, dude, in 2014, with the 6-person teams, we were literally pushing Big Bob down the field and doing fucking pull-ups and bar muscle ups on the back.
That was super
like,
cool.
That was so.
I understand the 6-person is hard though because of how, like, yes, there's so much you can do, but it makes the event tough to do. But if you did it this way, where you had those one
right,
events,
but like, look, you're already going more exclusive, right? You cut it down to 30 teams this year. Like 2016 with the 40 teams running Murph, that was fucking chaotic as shit, right? Mm-hmm. But you're already cutting it down to 30 teams. So if you just keep going that route, you're gonna have the opportunity with teams of 6 to be able to like do more shit. Right?
Yeah, that makes sense. If you cut down the total teams, but you add more people, then you also add more viewership. You add more people to like.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
That's for sure. I mean, I will say this: like last year's team events overall, I thought were one of the best team games run.
They were.
Ever.
They were.
So
pretty good
shout out
year.
Boz, great job on that.
Yeah.
But like,
Boz is great at programming the games.
Yeah. Well, I mean, apparently he's supposed to be programming the team. We'll see.
Team's gonna be better than an individual.
Agreed. Dave's running individual.
Like it was at semifinals this year.
Yeah.
Hot take.
Not a hot take, for like just a real take, factual take. Yeah, for sure. Teams in the semifinals were way better workouts. Very much more entertaining to also watch. To do and watch.
Way better races on the team side of things. Which has always been the fucking case. Because if you take it back to 2001 Wadapalooza, Mayhem, OC3, and one other. Oh, no, Mayhem and OC3 were like 5 points away from each other. OC3 finished the last workout before Mayhem, and there was a team that needed to come in between them.
Gross.
But it was all within 0.1 seconds of each other, and it was the closest race. Mayhem ended up winning.
Ooh,
but it was the closest race that's ever happened in CrossFit.
You know what? I don't know why, but this sounds like, I think one of the coolest, like most fun races I've seen. It was on the individual side they did 2 years ago. It was where they had to, and they did multiple races, but you had to run down and do like the 12-foot wall balls, and then you had to sprint down and you move down 3 different dumbbells of dumbbell squat snatches or something, right? It was supposed to be heavier. They ended up lowering it so people could finish it fast. But do that on the team side, and it's a relay race.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Yeah, for sure. There's just.
Well, it's kind of like the Echo,
like
or the sprint relay.
Yeah. Team used to literally be grid with 6 people because you had 2-to-1 work basically the whole time, work to rest,
Grady only
rest to work, whatever.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Grady only use 5.
Technically, you can use 8, so 16.
Yeah, but I'm saying is like you had explosive power output like you did with grid inside of your.
I'm messing with you.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. I just got angry for no reason.
Yeah, well,
there's my 2 emotions.
There's so much stuff to do on team, and that's also why I faded away from team and had to do the individual side because it's the only way to do anything in this sport.
Well,
but it's not the team side is and can be so much more fun.
Yeah, so much better.
Jordan or Curry?
Jordan.
What do you mean?
You said faded away. Which type of fade away?
There's also Kobe.
Yeah, dude, Kobe's fade was disgusting. But I'm taking no format of question. I'm taking Jordan.
It was pretty gross. Did you see the body?
Yeah, I did. Which of the fadeaways?
I'm just taking Jordan in general.
So that level of fadeaway, you faded away?
Always.
Nice. Thank you for indulging me in that question because it was bothering me. I've been trying to hold back jokes so you guys can have a serious conversation for a long time.
So we can just be angry.
You ever watch that Vine of what a fade is?
I think so.
No. Do you know what it is?
With the hair, right?
Yeah, just a straight fucking uppercut.
Yeah.
That's what a fade is. You just catch a fucking uppercut to the fucking chin. That's what a fade is, yeah. It came from
some English terminology.
No. Do you remember the app Vine that had videos?
Great.
It was basically TikTok before its time.
Yeah,
people weren't people doing dances, but Vine was way better and funnier.
Vine was a great.
It really was.
There are Vine TikTok pages.
Yeah, where you just play old Vines.
Fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. Well, there was a dude getting his hair cut and whatever he said, and the barber just fucking uppercutted the dude in the chair getting his hair cut.
What the hell?
And it was called a fade. And from then on out. Yeah.
It's got
Was it
eel.
fake or real?
It was real.
Damn.
Dude got fucking dropped.
It was
Damn.
real. REEL.
Way to catch that on video.
Oh yeah, it's phenomenal.
It was like
I mean,
that.
if it was fake and they set it up, that dude got CTE.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
Worth it for the viral.
Oh yeah, that was super viral.
Watermelon.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about the 2 workouts that they've released so far?
Is it run, swim, or swim, run?
I think it's going to be literally the 2017 thing where it was like you run, you swim, and you run. And they said 4 miles in total. So I think what they're going to do is they're going to run 2 miles to the lake, swim, and then run 2 miles back. Because I think that's about what it was. And
If you want to learn how to swim and you're going to the games, you should probably contact us.
We'll probably talk to Dan for sure.
Accurate.
But
Noah did a
you know,
pretty
it's
good job.
funny is that it's very simple to know. Dave's programming,
yeah.
there's going to be swimming. And there should be. There should be swimming.
Did he program last year?
That's a complicated question.
I don't know if you're allowed to answer it or not.
No, I
Because there was
can't.
no swimming. That's why I asked.
It was Boz's, from what I understand, but it heavily influenced by
Gotcha.
what Dave wanted.
The only downside of there being like swimming this year is there's only a couple like clean-ish lakes in the Fort Worth, Dallas area that are
Good lake. That
good
they
to
use.
eat.
Well, so
Very
the
Is it actually or no?
No.
Okay,
No.
I didn't think so. But it's better than the fucking one in Wisconsin.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what
the,
kind of
P-
diseases
so the
they come up with.
PFAA told them a couple years ago that, hey, if you're going to swim in the lake, you have to test the water and make sure it's good the day of. And of course, CrossFit was just like, we're not going to do that. And then their brain was like, well, then we just won't swim. So, okay, sure, we'll agree to that. So they never swam again.
Or they could go on a 2.5-hour road trip south and swim at one of the country's
I-
fastest pools.
They did fly everybody out to the ranch in 2016.
Super cool.
Which was awesome.
Super cool.
So if there's a swim event they want to do in a pool, they should, in my opinion, they should contact University of Texas, which has the world's fastest swimmers right now.
Is that in Arlington?
It's in Austin.
Fort Worth? Yeah, okay, so that's 3 hours away.
So make them run there.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's flying there. You go,
Oh, we got to run a marathon.
Yes, that'd be sick. First event starts Monday. You have to get to Houston, Austin. Any means possible.
honestly, I feel like there's.
But no flying. No, you can't fly.
Honestly, I feel like
Hitchhike?
You can hitchhike. Yeah.
I feel like they should have chosen Austin as the
Dude,
place
chicks
to
would
have it, honestly.
destroy that event.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And 10% of the competing field for chicks would get murdered.
Where?
Are you trying to get some murder? You would like
I realized I just kind of sounded really interested.
Yeah, you just wait, what?
murder.
Let's kill. Like, okay, watch out for Dan.
Somewhere from Fort Worth to Austin, on or around
It'd be
July 31st.
do Waco.
Okay. Well, sounds
Aren't there are a lot of massacres over there, right?
Yep.
Murders, massacres.
Yeah, like 1993 specifically.
Fuck.
Or is that considered just like a sacrifice?
I don't know. Bring it back.
Bring sacrificing people in Waco back?
Didn't that spark the Timothy McVeigh thing, the Oklahoma City bombing? Or was that River Ridge?
Wait, how much can we talk about the government here?
I don't give a fuck. I thought it was the open floor.
Cool. So the ATF killed a bunch of people in 1993,
They did.
and it possibly could have sparked the Unabomber, which also, hard conspiracy theory, was still the government.
I mean, didn't the
Go
government?
look up Nancy. I think it's Nancy Bates.
I mean, didn't the government like admit to killing JFK?
Yeah, very recently. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I missed that.
Did you actually? You fucking with us?
No, I missed that. What do you mean they admitted to it?
Go ahead, Kyle.
Love to hear this.
Well, I don't know if they like technically fully admitted.
That's what
to
I
it,
mean.
but,
So I want to
there's-
know what they were saying.
They've kept a lot of the documentation that they've said they were going to release redacted still.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what did they say then? Technically.
I don't know exactly.
So
so
they
now
didn't
we look like
admit it.
assholes.
Yeah. I was like, what?
I don't believe in that one.
I'm not saying it's like they. Of course, they're never gonna be like,
Okay, so that one.
we killed JFK. Like no one's gonna say that. But
We'll come back with research on the next one.
Yeah.
yeah. I
It
think
was a reincarnated form of the guy that killed Abraham Lincoln.
What was that dude's name?
John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah. So Lee Harvey Oswald was John Wilkes.
Well, because John Wilkes Booth went to he went to hide in like an Oswald Theater, or Oswald Warehouse, or
Oh
some
yeah,
shit,
that whole
Harvey
thing.
Warehouse,
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
And Lee Harvey Oswald went and hid in something booth. Wilkes Booth.
What, dude?
Yeah.
Time travel
I did
is
see
for
that.
sure
Yeah.
real.
I don't really remember the details on it all, but like I remember seeing it. It's kind of like Pixar movies. There's always a connection.
Dude, you know what's crazy? Here's another just way off topic thing.
Mhm.
I listened to a podcast from Joe Rogan, and it was with Eric Weinstein and
Oh yeah, love that one. Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
Dude, and I was watching it, and I was like, man, this dude looks so much like the guy from Hustle and Flow.
And it is.
And it is, and I was like, no,
Go
dude.
back and watch his first one. He did one.
Yeah,
a little
I
bit
saw
earlier.
that. I just didn't listen to it. But I was like, whoa, hell yeah, good for you. You're not just an actor, you're smart as fuck.
He's a fucking genius.
He's just like a commenter genius.
Yeah.
It's great.
Well, go listen to his first one. He has like some weird shit that he talks about, like in how he like started to dive down this rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
super dope.
Aren't a lot of actors like actually intelligent?
There's a lot of actors, so like,
not according to Terrence Howard and Joe Rogan.
no,
I mean, that's fair. I mean, they've been in Hollywood.
genius.
But I don't know because I've never been there. So,
Me either.
all right, you guys want to get into the demo team selection and
Well, did you-
controversy with that? Or-
Dude, talking about the Chad with a twist.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Chad with a
what's-
twist.
What do we think the twist is? You start.
I told someone earlier that it was
King of the
gonna
Hill?
be- No, it was gonna be everybody doing it naked.
Nice. How many
Which
people you
not
think would
to
show
do
up for it?
They're in Texas.
That's what I'm saying. They need ticket sales.
They're in Texas.
How
and they're
many
not in
people
Austin
would
and
show
whatnot.
up if they made you do Chad naked?
Dude, honestly, this is going to be like the marathon row. Like, who's going
No, I won't take that. I won't take that one.
Who's going to act? Well, I know, but I mean, like watching it.
So that's why they're not.
NASCAR people would like it.
They will make it entertaining.
They'll find a way to make it
Yeah,
entertaining.
it's
You're
gonna
not going to
be-
just step on a box.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
gonna be
they have to
entertaining.
like try to put on makeup as well.
Or they do it on hot coals, so the longer you're on the ground, gotta get off that ground quick.
Well, let's see. So you think they do it naked?
No,
That's the twist.
that was the joke.
I follow.
Did they announce
Very
what track
context
they're going to?
I imagine it
I
would
don't
be
know.
like.
They have a track. I don't even think they have.
Imagine
a
it
track
like
yet.
TCU's track.
What's the? I thought they were going to a track, like an outdoor event for turf.
They have Farrington Field here. Oh, maybe this is it on their.
Where's Farrington Field? Is that
There's Farrington? Fort
TCU?
Worth? It looks like
TCU's
TCU's colors, but it has FWISD on it. I don't know what that means.
Dickies Arena.
Fort Worth International Space Station.
That was really good. That was so quick.
Then it would be
Oh,
FLUS.
wait, space. No, FISD.
FISD.
Yeah,
FWISD.
FWISD.
So no, it doesn't look like they have any turf field out there.
Well, the Farrington Field has. If this is the picture of
Oh.
actual Farrington Field, that looks like turf and a purple track.
Yeah,
which would
so,
be
all right,
TCU's
so-
colors.
Oh, is that Texas Christian University?
Mhm.
All right, hold on.
Okay, we just said that like the government killed JFK. You don't know for sure.
Well, let me hold on before I give my guess because I didn't do the research on the
FWISD
stadium.
is Fort Worth Independent School District.
Mm.
So it's probably
So
a high school.
Yeah, which also makes
it's
sense
not-
because
Yeah.
high school football, there's
What'd you
Yeah.
say the name was?
Fort Worth Independent School District. FWISD. That's just what it is.
School
So maybe they're
District Football
Maybe that's the-
Field. And then let me look at this image of the stadium. Yeah. So I'm gonna still go with what I'm thinking.
You guys ever heard the song Spring Break Anthem by Lonely Island?
probably, but they suck. So
I just think it's hilarious. The last line of that song is crushing pussy, marry a man.
Anyway, so
good talk.
Just filling the void.
assuming that there's no railing through that stadium, they could run stadiums
Yeah.
with a ruck or whatever
Yeah.
weight they throw on them. And I'm assuming, depending upon how many stairs it is, they've calculated that, and it would tell you how many times you have to go up.
Yeah.
Maybe they have to come down, or you have to go down. But like,
Yeah.
they wouldn't maybe count that, right? That's technically going up and down
Right.
on a box step up, and they calculate how many times you have to go up it, and you're racing through that, and then
Yeah.
like let's say it's 50 times up. That is a little bit more like you're able to watch it because you can see people racing.
Yeah.
Not that they're going to do that, but that would also be a cool event.
Yeah. Or Or it's like you do 100 step ups and you go run a 400 or something.
Yeah.
Steep, like
Yeah,
steep
right. It
or
won't
whatever,
be. It just won't be regular 1,000
Yeah.
step ups.
A burpee in between each step up.
Now that workout will take out
Hell
way too long.
Yeah. That'd be like a 2-hour workout.
And the road took how long?
Yeah. Over 2 hours. I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
I would never watch it.
You want to watch me go do it
Nope.
now?
I would rather go to San Francisco and come out.
That's expensive.
It's fine. There's free lodging for homeless out there. It's
And drugs.
fine.
What?
Yeah. Fentanyl, the zombie people.
All right. Do we want to go over
The
Oh,
demo
the demo
team.
Yeah,
That is my bet, by the way. Burpee Chad is what I'm betting.
Burpee Chad? Okay, I like that.
Demo team controversy. Take it, whoever.
yeah. They can't select people going to big camps with people going to the games. That's why I thought last year they didn't ask Allison Scudds to come back because her boyfriend, fiance, made the games.
Who's Tetlow with?
Well,
Because Sydney's proven.
twin sisters going to the games.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that was a big
Colton's proven.
issue.
Is the Tudor is independent.
No, he's with somebody.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's a coach, but it's not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like Tudor's a good pick, right?
Yeah,
He's also been
right.
in the games as a teen. He's super fit, strong,
Yeah.
good choice.
Annika's with TTT,
Yep.
and then the other girl is still what's her name? Trista Smith is still.
No, no, you're thinking of Olivia Kirsten.
Oh, okay.
No, I think Trista is getting coached by Medeiros' coach.
Oh,
I think
okay.
I could be
Okay.
entirely wrong
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that, but I feel like I saw that. I saw that at some point.
So 1, 2.
but you put
3.
you
half the team, and we don't know who Tetlow is with, if anybody.
I think he's with someone. I'm pretty sure he's with someone, but I don't remember who. But yeah, you put someone's twin sister going to the games,
Who's with proven?
who's also with Proven. And then you put someone, the TTT, with people going to the games that are part of TTT.
Next level programming.
So so he's a good pick. Also, Scott's a great athlete,
Yeah.
good human being, but yeah, you picked a couple people that
3 people who are with big organizations.
Yeah, and also to clarify for people that listen to this and like, oh, Griffin's just saying shit. No, I'm not. The amount of leaking that happens is
crazy.
fucking wild.
Crazy.
Atlanta.
There's
I'm not going to name names either, but someone straight up told people what the fucking new movements were 2 years ago, and they knew coming into the games.
Yeah.
That's not it.
Well, there's apparently, I think, what's his face? Andrew Hiller was reporting that, God, who's the guy that finished outside, that talks a bunch of shit and finished outside the games this year? He's over in North Carolina. God, what's his name? He's part of the Saban crew.
Oh, wow. Why am I fucking blanking? He's stupidly fit.
He fell off the box doing
Yeah.
box jump.
Because he sent it so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, why the fuck? Dude,
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Whoever that guy is apparently had the workouts for like literally after quarterfinals finished or semifinals, and then waited 3 weeks to start telling people. So it's like, even if these people are signing NDAs, we know that those literally don't matter anymore because people have been leaking workouts like it's fucking cool now.
Taylor Self, there you go.
Yeah, that guy.
Why the fuck did I not remember that? Yes, and also, like, I'm not saying it's just from the athletes. I'm not even going to say, like,
Yeah,
I'm not
for
even going to
sure.
call it necessarily, like, it may not even be you. I do know that workouts get leaked by non-athletes. I do also know someone has leaked it as an athlete to other athletes.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
outside of that, when we were there the first year and we showed up and we got worked on by a Rosti, they knew the workouts.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck do these people know the workouts?
Mm-hmm.
I started thinking about it and I figured it out. But like, if they know them,
athletes know them.
Athletes
sure.
know them. If you're when you're a part of these big camps, they all find out, and it's really fucking annoying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like now, I also say like there are people with integrity that also are part of camps that like I don't want to hear it,
Right.
which is really hard to do. Good for you,
Yeah.
but also you're like money's on the line, and they're all cheating. So like, it's not cheating if everybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
just even the playing field. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it's really fucking annoying. So I just wish that we would hire a team that trained all year that doesn't compete
Mm-hmm.
or doesn't compete in CrossFit,
Mm-hmm.
and they can go compete in whatever other competitions.
Yeah,
Stay out of it.
Or High Rocks.
I mean, you can do CrossFit, just go like Wadapalooza or whatever. Like that
Yeah.
keeps you in shape for all year, but that's your job, and like you're training for.
You don't compete in the actual season.
Yeah, you don't compete in the regular season for them, and that should be a job.
Yeah.
And then now you have games level athletes that are able to test workouts for you all year long and keep the fucking mouth shut. But also, don't let random people see or hear the workouts. Like, stop doing that, or just release them all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's one of the two. Don't do that. That's really fucking annoying. Giving people advantages.
I don't like
that is bullshit.
I don't like the releasing them.
I don't either. I'm just saying,
it would definitely.
If you're, it's going to happen.
Issues.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then everyone's at least somewhat equal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Whole wall facing deficit handstand push up was the one big thing that got released 2 years ago, way too early to some people, which is bullshit because it was the biggest
huge opportunity to train that because you train that for 3 weeks and you get significant.
Yeah, dude. The first time hopping up there, obviously when we tested it, like I cranked out a bunch. I was like, holy shit, I can do this. But it's because it's brute strongman football strength.
Right.
Position doesn't help you, but like you practice it a couple times, like, oh, these aren't that bad.
Yeah. Right. Well, you just learn how to be more efficient stepping up onto them. More efficient
getting up onto the wall is a
timing
big
of the press.
thing.
Like hand position improves. Like it's just leaking that is crazy.
Super frustrating.
I remember somebody, a pretty good athlete, told me one time that he doesn't think that it matters if you compete on like the third weekend of semifinals or the first weekend of semifinals.
I mean,
the
it doesn't.
It should be the same.
No.
What? It was one of the stupidest things I've ever heard.
Dude, to his point, do you watch Heat 1 and Heat
4? Huge improvements. Have you ever looked at the worldwide leaderboard? This is still at the time when they did the worldwide rankings. Like Heat 3 or Week 3 is always better than Week 1.
It's like saying your first go and your open workout's better than the last one.
Like some people are able to give much harder efforts their first time, but yes, typically.
Yeah.
Well, so I mean, I'm not taking the.
No, agreed. Typically, a second, like being able to see something and redo it, it goes better.
Every open workout I ever did back in my fat ass days.
I'm a little different. I don't always do better the second time.
I either do worse or I do 1 to 2 reps better. Like literally the same.
Nope, not if it's better. It's not literally the same.
I normally only.
That's an improvement.
Yeah. I don't know.
Sure.
But yeah, typically for sure, if you get exposed to something, you'll do better.
Athlete me. Yeah, it's the same.
What did Fraser do the same workout 3 times in a day, which is fucking absurd.
Travis has done that before.
Like,
it's crazy.
No.
That's
no.
wild.
No thanks.
Yeah, man. For sure.
I'm going to stop saying that, I will.
Huh?
I'm not
saying what? Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
So they got the ESPN contract back at least. That's good.
That's huge.
Oh, that is good.
I don't know if they're doing it if it's live though.
Either way, having a contract.
I know. Either way, but it's also better if you get it live.
Don't tell the secret. Who won?
Yeah, but that should always be a thing, man.
Yeah. Hopefully they start going back to wanting coverage for semifinals and stuff too. That was on the precipice of happening for regionals. ABC said we want more coverage, and then they fucking blew everything up.
Someone blew everything up. One human being.
True.
Who was it?
Greggy G.
Yeah. And then he deleted all the social media.
All the social media. Gone. Wild. Tell me you're
Man.
having a crisis without telling me you're having a crisis.
Dude, 7-year-olds do that.
Yeah,
That was insane.
insane. He was probably pissed because he was losing his court battle with Coca-Cola.
Oh, yeah. He kind of went through a lot, though, it seemed.
Greg G?
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably had some pretty hardcore breakdowns, I would imagine, running the company. By
It's a lot. I mean, it is a lot. It's a lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot to fucking handle.
Didn't his wife divorce him and, like, take...
half of,
Yeah. That sucks.
for sure. But she also, I think they came up with the concept together. So
Oh, did they really?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Don't know that for sure, but I'm pretty sure.
It's California, no fault state.
What is that?
What?
It's something that the Reagan agenda put into play. It's like, if, like you say, you're in a relationship, married,
Yeah.
and one spouse cheats on the other, like if the woman cheats on the man, like the woman's not seen at fault for
The
that.
fuck?
So like the woman can still get like everything from the man.
Oh.
Well,
It's kind of
no.
fucked up.
That's super fucked up.
Yeah,
I don't know. You'll have to ask California that.
I'm not gonna.
Okay. Deal. What else you guys want to talk about?
I'm pretty tapped out.
Yeah.
I'm about to like go down a lot of different roads, and it's not going to be good for the podcast.
So what are you saying? You should probably wrap it up?
Yep.
Okay. Deal.
Yep. Make sure everyone stays healthy. Maybe come to Atlanta or Roswell.
Yeah.
Go see Dr. Kalivka at Repair, Perform, Recover.
Or Pete at Hybrid Sport and Fun.
Yes, sir.
Spine and sport.
Ooh,
Dyslexic.
Yeah.
As
Dude,
hell.
I did that same thing. Sorry, Pete.
Sorry, Peter.
That's one part of the reason why I have to wear this shirt a lot. Is so I have to remember that I comes before O in the alphabet.
Naruto?
No, this is hentai. So pixelated hentai. That'd be funny to watch. But both of them will keep you athletes very healthy, happy, repaired, so you can perform and repeat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Train this field.
Yep.
Check them out and keep your energy levels up, and maybe improve your mentality by getting some zero FT energy.
Sign up for our camp.
Sign up for the camp and the barbell program.